the live stream or for watching the recording. Today, let's talk about the doctors in the Czech Republic. First, I will take you through like how doctors work in the Czech Republic in general. And then I will share, let's say, two perspectives on finding a GP in the Czech Republic. Hopefully this will be useful. If you have any questions, write them in the comments or get in touch. I'll be happy to connect you to my GP, for example, or like answer any questions about the health insurance, all that. So let's jump right into it. So first, if something happens, or let's say if you need a doctor, let's divide it into like three sections. First is emergencies. So if something happens, you get hit by a tram, of course, or if probably in that case, like the emergency will, or the ambulance will come for you. But if something happens, not that emergent, but something serious, I don't know, you get something, you cannot really breathe and you like have runny nose, you don't know what to do, something that kind of is serious, but not like you're dying, that you would need to call an ambulance. There is always an emergency room in basically any hospital or every hospital in Prague or in the Czech Republic. So you can just go there. That's usually 24/7. So you just go there and wait until you get seen and they treat you. This kind of provides like a basic care. They will check you, they will like cure the basics, or they will tell you what to do next. Like if they need to keep you in the hospital, or if you can go home and just use the medication they give you or whatever. So this is not really the best place to go. I've been there a couple times and it's always like a lot of waiting, because obviously they need to prepare or attend first to the clients or to the patients who are like the most sick in the most serious conditions, because it's an emergency room anyway. So you usually end up, if it's something not too serious, that like you're not dying, then usually wait there for a couple hours. And also depends on the hospital and it's getting better, but usually the like customer care is not really great there, because like they need to deal with like millions of patients a day. So they don't really have time to ask you about how you feel and like if it hurts here or there. They just like do the basic evaluation and they give you something to kind of get rid of you. Yeah, plus the waiting, if you're like hurting or something, then the waiting is the worst part. But that's one option. Second option, if you need some regular checkups or usually that, then you should have your GP. And usually every Czech person has their GP. We don't call it GP, or like, it's kind of usually gets like, I don't know how to explain. It's not like something as a Czech person you really like find. You usually already have one, or you just like choose whoever you want. There are clinics that always accept new patients. So that's kind of, for us, it's not like you need to look for it. But for you as a foreigner, yeah, you might need to look for a GP. Then you need to make sure that they're available. They accept new clients, because they don't always do. They generally try to accept new clients, because for every person they have in the database, they get paid on monthly basis. So it's in their own interest to like accept as many people as they can, but there is a limit to that. So often, and it usually also goes with dentists, that they often don't accept new clients. So you need to look a bit maybe. But yeah, generally then you have a GP. And if you want to go for some regular checkups, or if it's not something, if you're not feeling well, but it's not something like you need to go to an emergency room for, then you go to your GP. So you're not feeling well, but it's not like you're feeling like very bad. You just don't need to go to the emergency room. So you just schedule an appointment with your GP, or you just go there within the open hours for unbooked clients, let's say, because they usually have like some part of the day where they only see like scheduled appointments and scheduled patients, and then they have like open season for people who can just walk in and like get seen or whatever. So you can either like book an appointment if it's something not really that urgent, or you can just walk in within their opening hours for like unscheduled patients and you can get seen. So that's the second option or the second scenario. And the third scenario is if you need some specialist. This often goes for like surgeries, or if you need some like very specific, not treatment, but like evaluation. I don't know how to call it. I don't know what's going on with my brain today. I say it almost in every live stream, but it's also 8 o'clock in the night after the whole day of work, and so might explain. But examination. So if you need some specific examination, or if you need a surgery, or if you need something like that a GP cannot do, then those are the ones who schedule those specialists for you. So you first go to your GP, you explain what's happening, what do you need, and then they schedule you or hook you up with some specialist. This can get pretty tricky, or it can take a very long time. We once had a client, he was Irish, and he broke his ankle or something like that. It was like, not broken, but it was like it hurt a lot and he couldn't walk and everything. So we went to a couple emergency rooms, and basically eventually he was scheduled for a surgery, but it was like 6 months later, because they're usually like booked for this long in advance, the good specialists. So in the public system, this is the main disadvantage, that if you go through the public system, it's for free. If you have the public health insurance card, you're employed here or self-employed or whatever, you have the public health insurance card, then you get treated for free, all the surgeries are for free, all that. But sometimes you might need to wait for a surgery for 6 months, which kind of, if you cannot walk, is not really the ideal scenario. So there are also private clinics where they can schedule you for a surgery or whatever, like pretty swiftly, in a matter of days maybe, not months. On the other hand, you usually need to pay some monthly membership for that, and depending on the level of the membership, you have access to different specialists and different levels of care. So these are the private clinics. So you have the public clinics where you can go for free if you have the public health insurance, but you might need to wait for a long time. Or if you don't want to wait, you kind of have to enroll into some of the private clinics. That's the general system. Now, how to find your GP? I will not talk about the exact go to this website and there is this this table which lists the GP from the best to the worst. I'm not aware of anything like that. There might be a website like that, but I want to talk about two things, because that's kind of what people often ask us. Okay, how do I find a GP? I have this insurance or that or whatever. So there are kind of two approaches, in my opinion, to finding a GP. If, first option, you don't care about money or insurance or whatever. If you don't care about money, insurance or nothing, the best is just to ask around or look for some websites like this and find the best GP, where you want to go, either the best, the very best you can find, or the best in your location or whatever, or someone recommended, and just sign up with them. And then you can also ask them what kind of insurance they accept, and then you can buy that insurance and have that covered. But there is always the risk that if you already have an insurance, that they will not be accepting that insurance, or that they don't accept, for example, private insurance at all. Some clinics also don't even accept the public health insurance. So if you start with choosing the GP, you might end up paying for everything on your own. Which, if you can do that, that's completely fine. If you cannot really do that, or you don't really want to do it, meaning that you want to have the GP covered by your insurance, then you should start the other way around. You should look at the insurance you have or which you want to buy, because you might be in the situation that you don't have the insurance yet, but you will be buying some. So just request the list of doctors that accept that insurance. For example, if you have the public health insurance card, basically all doctors accept it, with exception some of the private clinics. Some doctors might not accept it. So it would also be good to check with the concrete doctor or check with the insurance company what doctors they accept. But with a private insurance, this becomes a bit more urgent matter, because private insurance companies don't really have contracts with all the doctors, like far from it. So depending on what insurance you buy, if it's the private insurance, then you might have very limited selection of doctors. So then the other approach would be first choosing the health insurance company, which it depends on couple. Of course, I've done a video about that because we also sell private health insurance. We work with 6 out of 8, and we will be soon working with 7 out of 8 insurance companies on the market. So we can always give you the best prices and the best comparison of all the different plans and different companies. So we have some idea about that. But depending on what is important for you, you will choose the insurance company you want to go with and the level of the insurance you want. Maybe the cheapest or the best ones for students, or the one which you can easily pay online, or the one which has the most doctors, so you have the highest chance of getting the doctor in your area. So there might be different like reasons for you to choose the insurance. And if you're more interested in that, go to my video from next week or the one before that, where I talked about different insurance companies and all that. But first you chose the insurance, and then ask the insurance company, okay, what doctors do you accept in my location? Be it specific part of Prague, or be it some city outside of Prague, Brno, Ostrava, Liberec. And you will see the selection of doctors, which supposedly accept the insurance. And then you choose some of the doctors that are in the official list. The only problem with this is that some of the insurance companies on the market do not really have a list. And those that have it don't always have it accurate. So you can still end up going to a doctor and having to pay yourself out of your own pocket. But then if you keep the receipt of how much you paid, and if you kind of get some confirmation of what treatment was provided to you and what you paid for, then you can ask for reimbursement from the insurance company you have. So let's see if there are any questions related to insurance. I will not be answering any other questions today. It's not like an open live stream where you can ask any questions. Salom, já Uzbečka. Nice. So, how far do you think your hair will recede on your head? Okay, so that's not really connected to health insurance. Good evening. The hardest questions I could expect. Okay, Delaware, I'm 14. Hi, Delaware. Why do I need to immigrate to the Czech Republic? There are so many other better European countries. No one says you need to immigrate here. So basically I gave the embassy 2 bank statements. Okay. I like the video and soup. Thank you very much. I mean, like the 2 plus each other, or they separate and handle each on separately. Okay, so no questions about health insurance. That's all right. So bye-bye, Uzbečka. Yeah, guys, thank you very much for showing up. Thank you very much for your support. Hopefully these videos are useful. If they are, please like, share, comment. Or of course, if you need any help, if you need an advice or like recommendation for a GP, or if you need any assistance with your health insurance, get in touch. We'll be happy to provide. So have a nice day, have a nice evening, and see you again Thursday, Monday, until the end of the world. Goodbye.